Okay. Fru, do you want to go on now or start, or should I?
I'll try, but I don't want to break everything. Which I might do if I look at it the wrong way.
You just have to press the go button in speed control.
Oh, boy.
I believe in you, Fru.
Okay.
Just don't make any predictions about it.
Wow. Wow, we're gonna do this here, right now? Okay. Just hit the play button.
When the runner is ready.
Whenever we're ready. I suppose. Are we... Jesus.
I mean, I think I have to go to the bathroom.
I think
No,
we're
okay.
ready.
Yes, we are very ready. If you guys did not hear my introduction earlier, which I don't think anybody did, hello, my name is culinwino, and this is True Crime Streets of LA, a very good speed game. This is actually its first marathon appearance ever. And over the next 45 minutes, I'm going to show you guys why this game has not been a marathon before. Alright, but yes, we are going to get started. I'm going to count down, but first we need a file name. So, if I remember correctly, this game published by Activision, so we're going to do ACTVZZL, Activizzle, you know, let's just put that as our name, just to see what happens. And I'm going to count down now. Alright. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Alright guys, now...
Look.
Ah! Alright guys, this is True Crime Streets of LA. This is a game. You might not remember it, and you play as Snoop Dogg. Now, that might be a little bit confusing to some people because, hey, doesn't the cover and all of the game's art feature some other guy? Well, no, you actually just play as Snoop Dogg in this game, and that's just the way it is. But anyways, we're Snoop Dogg, and we're trying to become a police officer. Or I think we already were a police officer, but we got kicked out. But we're trying to get back in, so now we're just in a shooting range right now, shooting these very intimidating targets. Now, all of my gunshots and movement are very, very optimal in this little tutorial level. Just kidding. Alright, but now we are on our very first driving level. This one's really exciting. So basically, we got done shooting. Our boss comes in. She's like, hey, okay, you can be a cop again. So now we gotta drive to the police station. We gotta race there. Now, one of the things I'm going to be doing throughout this run is I'm going to be constantly scanning for race cars, because we've got this like old car. It isn't really that fast, so we got to try to find like a super fast race car, and those can either spawn everywhere or nowhere. It's RNG. Oh, look at this. Pretty convenient. So we actually got this pretty early. It's gonna help out a lot, because a lot of this game is driving sequences, so having a fast car like this, it's gonna give us a pretty big advantage. But anyways, you know, story, plot, this game does have a story. It's not very memorable, but I'll try to explain it as I go. Alright, so we're a cop, we met our partner, Rosie, and now we're gonna get some Chinese food with her. Yeah, if you think the story is just weird now, it'll just get worse. Like, maybe not in this category, but in other categories, you actually fight dragons and demons in the basement of a Chinese food restaurant. And yeah, somebody had to approve that. Somebody let that happen. But whatever. We're just gonna get some Chinese food.
This must be Rob.
Oops.
Cool kid.
It's okay.
Nick Kang live from the crime scene.
Man, I'm gonna break.
Alright, but we're in the Chinese food restaurant. This guy tries to rob the place, and we just throw a chopstick. Just lands in his head. So we're gonna fight him. We're gonna fight him while the music does not start, so I have to manually start it. Alright, but the hand-to-hand combat in this game is pretty simple. we're just going to be, let's just kick, 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 and then combo into a wall. And that's the Fang fight.
Mess with the EOD,
It's literally the easiest fight in the game.
Man, that was
It
corny.
only gets worse from here. Some of the fights in this game are just flat out completely unfair. So, yeah. Hopefully I get good luck. But anyways, this guy, he gets mad, so we're just gonna shoot him.
Here comes the lead enema. To a bastard's wit, can you dig it?
And that's it for the first chapter. Alright, so the game gives you the option to unlock special bonus upgrades, but we're not going to take any of those because, you know, this category is pretty short.
Just me,
And, yeah, this category is short, and it's a waste of time to do that. We also don't get any weapon upgrades because you can get an upgrade, like, right at the start of the game that lets you get headshots. It lets headshots insta-kill people, but we're not going to bother with that because it only saves... It only saves, like, 30 seconds, and it costs, like, a minute and a half to get. So, we're just not going to bother with that. But yeah, we're bored, so we're gonna go to a dojo. We're gonna try to get some exercise.
Nick Kang live from the crime scene. Okay, let's do this.
And now we have to fight this guy. Now this fight can be kind of dumb sometimes. He blocks a lot. I said he... Okay, there we go. I got a hit in. Yeah, so I don't really understand how combat works in this game because, I don't know, sometimes they block for like a minute and other times they don't even bother blocking at all. I feel like it might have something to do with upgrades, but at the same time I don't really know. And I say I because there are currently no other active runners for this game. I believe I'm the only person who's touched this game, at least in terms of speedrunning, in like the past 2 years? So yeah. But yeah, combat is a little weird, but we're just gonna beat this guy up.
Next time, bring some more friends to help you out.
Alright, surprise! The guy you just beat up is your brother. Anyways, like, story happens, but now apparently somebody is trying to, like, set a bar on fire. So, we're not gonna let that happen, so we're just gonna drive over to this bar. Now, you might notice something interesting about the streets in this game, the streets of LA. At the top of the screen, you can see the names of the streets. Let me tell you, the streets in this game are actually nearly identical to the actual LA streets. So, like, that means hypothetically, like, if you lived in, like, downtown LA, all of the landmarks in the all of the landmarks in real life are in the game. So yeah, you could like use Google Maps to like find out where something is. Like I've personally been to the Team 10 house before. I think that was a thing. But
I was waiting until you brought up Google Maps because I was going to ask you about that video that you made.
Yeah, that's we're not gonna see much of the Google Maps stuff until later in the game, but just keep Google Maps on your mind. And this guy, he just dodged one of my attacks. That's not cool.
Kung Pao!
Yeah, to those who haven't seen the video, I'll know what I'm talking about. Cullen here actually used Google Maps like auto routing feature to route the drives in this game because the map is so accurate to what you would see on Google Maps.
Yeah, no, the driving sequences are just really unnecessarily long, so I figured, you know, there has to be a faster way to do it. So I just plugged everything into Google Maps, and then, oh my god, he's running this way? Okay, okay. Alright, so I think this is an IL gold. I don't know why, he just ran this way. That's so weird.
Marathon lock.
I hear you got the shoot.
Oh, we also got the marathon luck of skipping this cutscene. So sometimes you have to wait like for the entire cutscene to play out before you can skip it. Other times you can skip it immediately. We got it immediately. Let's go. And then there you see an LA landmark, the Staples Center. And we're just gonna, excuse me, we're just gonna ignore the oncoming traffic. We're just gonna weave between lanes. I think we gotta take a left turn on Main Street. I think it's Broadway, Main, there we go. So we're just gonna take Main Street all the way over to this little goofy, stupid little warehouse. Alright, plot. Alright, so that guy who we beat up in the bar and shot outside, he works for like some crime boss. And so we're gonna go to this crime boss's hideout. And we're gonna do some sneaking. That's right, you guys are gonna experience the very first stealth mission in this game. It's gonna be exciting, exciting stuff. You guys are not ready for this level of action.
Is it just like GTA where you can just run past everybody?
No, not really like that. It's unique.
Oh, man, look at that shit.
Alright,
Walking in,
there we go.
looking good. This must be where all the cool kids hang out.
Alright, sneak time.
Damn, I'm in plain sight.
Ah! No! Okay. That was close. Sometimes your sneak attacks don't connect. Sometimes they connect instantly like that, but other times it just doesn't work. So that was a very close call. We would have had to completely restart the game from the beginning if that happened. No, I'm kidding. Yeah, so this game is actually non-linear, which means you can actually fail missions and then just continue in the story. Like, it doesn't matter. Like, you can fail every single mission in the game and still, like, reach an ending.
I am the shadow that walks.
I don't know why you'd want to, though. Alright, shootout scene.
Lock and load. It's a good day to shoot someone.
Now, the shootout scene's pretty easy. Everybody always spawns in the same spots at the same times. You can pretty much tell whenever somebody's gonna spawn.
God, I can see the light. God, I can see.
And there's gonna be one guy on the left.
It's a good day to shoot someone.
God, I can
Simple.
see the light.
Oh, man. This mess is gonna take one shitload of paperwork.
Alright guys, now for an extremely difficult boss fight. A sniper.
Here comes a lead
Now,
enema.
in other categories, we just, in other categories, we can use our precision aim upgrade, and we can just headshot this guy. Like, it's almost comical. Like, literally one hit kill this boss. Like, split over in less than a second. It's less than 10 seconds, I mean. It's pretty ridiculous. Alright, that sniper fight was not as good as it could have been.
Damn shame.
But
all
that's
shot
fine.
up and no place to go.
Alright, chapter 3. Alright, so I guess we rescued the crime boss, or arrested the crime boss, I don't know. Wow, that was a fast cutscene.
Time to hit the road, Jack.
Alright guys, now coming up next is the worst mission in the entire game. And I can say this with absolute certainty, this level is just awful. Like this one we're on right now, it's just, you're just driving to a club or something like that. But the next mission is just absolutely terrible. And I ended up doing some tech research with this game, and I found out a way to make it a whole lot easier. And I'll explain that in a little bit. But yeah, it can also still go poorly, even with the new strat, so it's basically just luck. But as you can see, you know, I've got my very fast sports car. This is going pretty well. You know, I'd even say this is on PB pace, though I don't want to speak too soon.
Okay. what
Oh,
do we got
actually, it looks like I
here?
already did. Whatever. But anyways, tailing Chong's limo. Yeah, this game sucks. I mean, this level sucks. I mean, well, this game sucks too, but whatever. This level in particular sucks. Alright, we're gonna get in the car, turn the camera backwards, okay? So, we can't see anything in front of us. Now, the thing about this game is kind of like Simpsons Hit and Run, for lack of a better example, in which if you can't see it on the road, it doesn't exist.
The better example is any of the early GTA games, because they work exactly the same way.
Hey, well, that too. Hit and Run's the only thing I could think of. But anyway, yeah, you can just do this, and the limo does not stop at any red lights. He just blasts through them. He only normally stops at, he stops behind cars, but, you know, if cars don't spawn, you know, he's just gonna run through the red lights. And this split, like, used to be, like, 3 minutes long, but now it's, like, less than 2. It's pretty good. I keep on falling behind. It's actually possible for you to lose him completely just because he just floors it if there's nobody in front of him. Ah! Oh no! Oh no, we lost a good cop point. That's not good. Alright, and it looks like he's gonna be nice. Hmm? Alright, perfect. Yeah, this was a perfect tailing Chong's limo. That was really lucky. Alright, now we're getting chased by a bunch of bad guys. Man, all of a sudden, our fancy car is gone and we're back in this really slow car. So we're just gonna cut through this alleyway. And for some reason, that really confuses the guys chasing you. And they don't know what to do. And you can just drive off into the sunset. And they just, like, what? Where'd he go? Alright, but now... There we go. That was fast. Now we're going to a Russian bathhouse, because apparently this is where the bad guy is. Now, I'm gonna say this again, the story is really weird and convoluted, but it has one. Just try to remember that. Yeah, things are actually... that's my turn, that's my turn. Things are about to take a turn for the weird once this chapter is over. Because in the any percent poor ending category, we don't move forward into the intended ending, the true ending of the game. Instead, we just do a different ending branch. So this game is organized into 3 branches, 3 endings. There's the poor ending, average ending, and the best ending. But yeah, normally you get forced onto the poor ending if you fail a mission during like the first 3 chapters, which I don't understand how you could possibly do that. I mean, these are pretty common sense. But yeah, it's just like the plot plays out differently. In other endings, you find out different stuff about different characters in these very skippable cutscenes. Normally we can run past that guy, but I decided to play it safe. Alright, now if you are under the age of 18, just do not look at the screen. That's right. I mean, there isn't... Oh, kids, look away! Look away! Don't look at that guy. He's dressed up like a clown. Yeah, that's what he is, a clown. Just don't worry about it. Alright, but that's it for the infiltration scene.
Ninja's got nothing on me.
And now we get to fight a bunch of guys in the shower. These guys are pretty simple. You can 2-cycle all of them. I like to single one out right at the start. You can get rid of them pretty quickly. Yeehaw! Alright. There's one. Sometimes the other guys get involved. That's annoying, but whatever. We're a police officer, okay? Alright, I couldn't see, but I guess that worked.
Jumping monkey!
Alright, and once we defeat this guy, we're gonna deal with the levels. Really? Frame perfect. Yeah, we just kicked the guy in the face as he gets up. That's. I don't know if it's frame perfect. It probably isn't. I'm too bad at video games in general to get something frame perfect. Alright, but now we're fighting Misha. He actually does play.
Let me show you a few tricks I learned on the street.
He sort of plays a role in the plot, but for now, he's just a dude you beat up in a public shower. And any minute now, there we go.
Monkey kicking.
Okay, that was actually a really, really good fight sequence. I'm actually surprised.
Kicking ass and taking names.
This is like easily minus 30 seconds off world record. Watch as I forget something.
Lock and load.
Alright, so this is the shootout. And I believe they spawn here. Alright, so it's gonna be 4 that come out of here. No, it's 3.
Double the pleasure, double the pain.
That's okay. I should have practiced this level in particular before I started the run. But oh well.
You're about to witness the strength of street knowledge.
Yeah, this level is pretty simple. It's just run around and shoot people. And I need to get a health packet because I'm gonna die. As you can clearly see, that guy over there just shot all of his allies because people in this game don't know how to shoot. And for some reason, friendly fire is on in this game when it clearly should not be. And then one more guy there, and the boss is gonna come out. 6 shots. There we go. I don't know why the other gun wasn't firing. Alright, but that is it for the 3rd chapter. Now we are going to go to the bad ending. Alright, so this is where the Google Maps strats are going to come out. Alright, so before, we used to just go straight, if I can skip. We used to go straight down this way, but I found out it's actually faster just to go... You jerk. It's actually faster just to go this way, and this saves like 45 seconds in any percent. It's really that simple. But yeah, this game does have a plot, so I'm gonna get into the details of the plot right now. All right, so I believe like the way the story goes is there was a bank robbery, right? And the bank robbery was done by an actress who plays a bank robber on a TV show. And she's also a stripper, so we're driving to her strip club and we're gonna ask her a few questions.
Wow, this place has really gone to hell lately.
Now, there's no real point in trying to get a fast car during this segment because for some reason, fast cars don't really spawn in the 4th and 5th chapters of this game. So it's really, really uncommon for me to get lucky. And I think... No, we need to get off at the Hollywood Boulevard exit. Hey, there we go. I'm a police officer, get out of the way. And oh my goodness, those headlights. I do not like the way those look. He'll be fine. But yeah, we're just driving to a strip club. We're gonna just ask some of the women, some of the performers there, just a few questions. It's gonna go well. Nothing bad's gonna happen.
Attention all units. Heiress Patricia Durst has been reported kidnapped. Suspects are believed to be highly trained and
I'm
dangerous.
just gonna safely park outside, and let's see what's going on in here.
Walking in and looking good.
Alright guys, so just in case you were looking for a new speedrun, True Crime Streets of LA lets you fight, it lets you beat up strippers in a strip club as Snoop Dogg. And I'm pretty sure, like, I'm not trying to throw shade here, but I'm pretty sure you can't do that in any Grand Theft Auto game, at least as Snoop Dogg.
No, you cannot. Truly the superior game.
Yeah, I will add, I have made a an any percent tutorial for this game. If anybody is interested. I mean, I know it would definitely be refreshing to see new runners for this game. But I mean, I'm not gonna get my hopes up. But yes, we are just beating up the strippers. And we're gonna pick this thing up. I'm too innocent to know what the name of it is, but we're just gonna pick it up and we're just gonna beat them with it. Now, the strippers, they can be annoying. Like, they block everything, but there's a few of them that you can just one cycle. Oh my god, no! Snoop Dogg is not about to get beat up by a bunch of strippers. Yeah, so you can block in this game, but it isn't really worth it because you're better off just kicking a million times. And why is she doing so much damage?
Her attack animations look great.
Yeah, no, her attack animations are just wonderful. All right, we got one more. I think this is the one you can one cycle, right? Oh no, whatever. Ah! You know, coming from someone who's lost countless runs to getting defeated by the strippers here, like, you can truly hear the fear in my voice whenever one of them gets a combo off on me. Alright, and I guess we're gonna fight the club's owner now. But luckily this guy, he does not know how to block, and his animations are just slow. But yeah, we gotta be extra careful about what surface we kick this guy into, because you'd imagine that kicking him into the amps would cause the most damage, but actually no. It doesn't actually give you any extra damage if you kick him into the amps, so we're just gonna kick him into the bar. But yeah, don't worry guys, those strippers are not even the toughest stripper in the game, because there is one stripper that is the final boss of this chapter, which is, you'll just have to see her for yourself. It's not good. She is extremely tough. She's probably harder than the final boss, honestly. And I'm being honest. Although, I think, yeah, in this entire game, I believe some of the hardest bosses are this stripper, the final boss, and a homeless woman. Because not in this category, but in the other categories, you have to fight this old crackhead granny inside like a house. And she's actually like the hardest boss in the game. Like, it's not even funny. She throws needles at you. It's horrible. Alright, we're just gonna park right here. No taxis here. This is not true crime New York City. You have to drive everywhere. Alright, and now we gotta take the driving test.
Okay, here's the deal. Our client...
Oh, let's just shoot out the window for no reason. Alright, so we're trying to pick up some money. Oh god, I forgot about that. We're trying to pick up some money for a general who's like a big crime boss. So yeah, we're just trying to race there. Now, like, you're stuck in this like weird place with all these circles and like streets and stuff like that, and it's very possible to get stuck in there and just lose the run if you're not careful. So like, this level is actually extremely hard casually. I believe what you do in the speedrun is not much different from the way they intended you to do it casually. This is just tough, but we're just gonna look backwards so we can just drive in the wrong lane. And nobody's gonna come out. It doesn't matter. But yes, interesting driving sequences. Now, you might be wondering, why am I playing as Snoop Dogg? Well, here's the thing. So you see that yellow thing on the right side for just a second? Yeah, those are dog bones. There are 30 of them throughout the map. And if you collect all 30 of them, you unlock a special special game mode called Dog Patrol, in which it's just basically open world. You can go anywhere on the map, and you play as Snoop Dogg. And it's pretty interesting, but yeah, we're being chased by cops now. So, I can shoot faster than you. We're gonna go extra safe here. Alright, there we go. Alright guys, I gotta tell you, I'm pretty nervous right now because we got the hardest boss fight in the any percent run right now. Alright, so that Lola girl who's like the actress, yeah, she actually is the bank robber, so you have to fight her now. And this is the worst boss fight in any video game I've ever played ever. She's just super aggressive. She does like stupid car wheel attacks. She can stun lock you. It's just awful. Like, I would go so far as to call this bad game design. I mean, amongst other parts of this game that are objectively bad game design, this is pretty bad. Ah! Cartwheel.
I mean, when the #1 way to output damage in a game is to just keep kicking like this over and over again and not use any other mechanics, then you could argue that the combat is pretty garbage to begin with.
I mean, like, it's good for a mindless one, you know? All you have to do is just spam right-click and pray. No! Like, you can say whatever about this game, but, like, there's really, like, a special place in my heart for this game. Like, all of its flaws, just, I don't know. This is really a meaningful game to me.
Yeah, dude, I fucking love this game. I don't care what anyone says.
Yeah, like ignoring the fact that the speedrun's bad, I mean, that's an opinion, but I don't know. I could just play this game for hours casually. But yeah, she gets a lot more aggressive in the second half of the boss fight.
Jumping monkey.
Oh my god! Wow. Okay. We are very much on world record pace right now, and I don't know how much longer there is in the run, but yeah, this is incredibly good pace. All right, sniper time again.
Here comes a lead enema.
Now you might be wondering, where are all these snipers coming from? Isn't it kind of weird that like there's a sniper like every time the player is like trying to fight somebody? Well, all of these mysteries will be revealed in the next chapter. We just gotta kill this guy first. It's kind of hard to see. I mean, the crosshair is extremely big. So imagine trying to do this on Xbox with no crosshair.
It's a good day to shoot
and the
someone.
manual aim is not very fun.
Kicking ass and taking names.
Alright guys, but now it is time for the final chapter, High Rise Terror. Now, this chapter features one of the biggest time saves in the entire run that was discovered relatively recently. We're just basically going to take a completely different route to the airport. This is, I believe it's like the second or third longest overall driving section in the game. But yeah, I just used Google Maps, you know, put all this, you know, National Boulevard. I just put it into Google Maps, and it spit out the fastest way to get there. But yeah, right now, I'm trying to scan the roads. Scan the roads, trying to find a sports car, because if we find, like, a sports car, there's, like, one of 3 cars I'll take. But if we find the correct one, this run is going to be of a scary good pace for a marathon. That's all I'm going to say. I'm like in hyper focus mode right now. But what typically happens in this game is no fast cars spawn at all during this last driving sequence. So you're stuck with this van, this torn up, like, smoking van, which is still somehow faster than your starting vehicle. I don't know how. It just works. But yeah, the sports car? No. Sports car? No. Okay. Yeah, we're getting close to halfway there, so there's pretty much no point in stopping now. Like, you won't be able to make up the time. But it's okay because everything in this game is calculated. Everything happens for a reason. So we're actually, I believe, if my memory's correct, us having a van that's all messed up like this is going to help us out a lot in the next level. And you will see why. Oh, that's the turn I gotta make. Oops. Excuse me. Alright, yeah, plot. I forgot to tell you guys about the plot. Oh! No, I thought that was a sports car. I was about to get upset. But yeah, plot. So we found out that there are criminals or bank robbers at the airport. Not LAX, but the Santa Monica airport. And we're just gonna pull in here, check it out, see what's up. I'd love to see a sports car spawn. Okay, whatever. I guess there were no sports cars. It was destiny.
Walking in, looking good.
Alright guys, so you know how I said earlier how this game is non-linear? So yeah, this is what I meant by that. Alright, so for this level, we're supposed to be chasing these guys. However, we're not going to do that. We're just going to shoot this van. I'm so angry. I'm so frustrated over not having a sports car. I'm going to blow up my car and stand in the flames and then die.
Oh no, where'd he go?
And then what we're going to do is we're going to continue story. And then it warps us across the entire map. And all of a sudden, oh, we're at the bank now. They're robbing the bank. Well, guess what? We're going to pick up this rocket launcher. We're just gonna run into all the enemies, please. And yeah, we're gonna kill ourselves again. And for some reason, we're like well up there in the building. And this is the second to last level in the game.
Boom, bada boom.
Yeah, but this level is called Going Up. This level sucks. Because for some reason, there are invisible floating walls that you can walk through, but bullets can, like, they can't pass through it. So you'll shoot at a guy and only like half of your shots will connect, and then you'll just see a bunch of floating bullet holes in midair for some reason. It just works. It's just one of those weird things about the game. There are faster ways to get through this level, but for the sake of marathon, I'm not gonna bother. Also, I'm pretty sure world record is dead. And that shotgun guy is not very nice. But yeah, this is pretty difficult. And I think... No, this is the singular shotgun guy. Alright, that's good. We're gonna pick a shotgun up. I think, yeah, there's only like one more long floor, and then it's just one short floor.
Double the pleasure, double the pain.
I'm just gonna be rolling because rolling is faster than walking.
Don't have no fury like Nick Kang, pissed off.
And this guy who hides behind the wall is a jerk. I think up here, yes. Favorite part of the entire game. The Shotgun Twins. That's not their names, but they are the Shotgun Twins. Yeah, those guys can easily mess you up at the very end of a run, so yeah. I like to take my time with them. And then, a bunch of guys run out, Alright, time to fight the final boss.
Oh, man.
Now you might be wondering, who is behind this bank robbery? Well, I'll tell you, none other than North Korean dictator Kim Jong-il. That's right, Kim Jong-il is the final boss of this game. And not only that, he's voiced by the guy who was, what's his name? He was Uncle Iroh in Avatar. He's voiced by that guy too. That's right. He's actually Kim Jong-il. Surprise!
No, this is a fucking great story.
That's right. This game does have a plot. I've
I can't
mentioned
believe
this countless
people
times.
think this game is bad. That is so wrong.
This game is fantastic. It's like postmodern, avant-garde. Like it's playing like I don't even know. This is on another level. Very much ahead of its time. But yeah, we're just trying to beat this guy up. This is actually a really fast boss fight. This is actually going really well. Now this fight sucks. He has a lot of really dumb combos, but for some reason, he doesn't care. I'm really getting some of that marathon luck. If only I got marathon luck with the cars, this probably could have been a world record. Alright, but time is coming up when I land the final hit on him. Any second now. Time! And yeah, he's dead now. And now we get to watch a cutscene, the first cutscene in the game.
You should have asked for foreign aid. America will never make us beg. Never.
Who knew that the fall of North Korea was all Snoop Dogg's fault?
King, where's the gentleman? What the hell happened?
I thought it
here?
was,
Are you hear me?
what was that movie
Answer me.
that Sony did
More to it than this.
about North Korea?
Know it.
Did it have James Franco?
King, where do you
About
think you're
North
going?
Korea? I don't know.
Answer me.
It was called the something. I know that's really specific. It was called something. It had that actor, man. Actor, man. Yeah,
That film about that country.
yeah, the interview. That was it.
But yeah, that was True Crime Streets of LA. I'm actually gonna play the bonus movie that you get for beating the game.
Oh my god, what is it?
It's literally.
Is this safe for work?
It's just a montage. And
Oh, okay.
you might recognize this guy. I think no, it's not this guy. I know the like detective guy from New York City. He plays the narrator in this game. But
This is great.
yeah, guys, that was True Crime Streets of LA. Hope you guys enjoyed. I run this game. I also stream sometimes. So if you like, you know. Oh, he's joining. Oh, is he gonna dance too? Okay, forget the self-promotion stuff. I want to see if he starts dancing. Huh? Oh! I'm sorry, I'm just in love with this game. Thank you GTAMarathon for having me on here. Great opportunity, really appreciate it.
Wait, Cullen,
What?
you haven't explained who this guy is in the shades.
Oh yeah, this is the guy you're supposed to play.
This the protagonist that you never see
Yeah.
because he's playing Snoop Dogg. Like, someone who's never seen this game before actually has no idea who this guy is. And he's the main protagonist of the game.
Yeah, he's the main character. It's not Snoop Dogg.
Real shit.
That's huge.
But
This game is
yeah.
fucking amazing.
Thanks, guys.